Hi guys, this is Starcraft and welcome to the third set in the semi-final of ASTL Season 3 between Angdduk Tteokbokki and AfreecaTV. After the first two sets, the result is 1-1. Hero won the first long game against Sharp. It was very gratifying, a lot of action-packed TVZ in the middle of Allegro. And after that, he lost to Gigmo in a kind of short but very exciting ZVZ where Hero like has no drones but he has Muta advantage. But anyways, we're going to be heading towards the third game today, and it's going to be between the winner of the previous game, Gigmo as a Zerg player, who is in the purple color at the top left corner of the screen, and his opponent is going to be Ruined, the young and upcoming Protoss player, who is situated at the bottom left corner of the screen in the yellow color, and the map is going to be Fighting Spirit, my favorite map, and I'm very excited to have PvZ because the first two matches with TvZ were very boring for me. I definitely don't play T and I don't play Z, so hopefully that the Protoss player is gonna have a very good game here today. And Rune is a young player, he's kind of shaky at times, and he has shown that under pressure he cracks. But Gigmo is not a good player either, and we're going to see if that is going to be a kind of an advantage for our young Protoss player over here. And it looks like Ruin is gonna go out with a gateway. Yeah, so this is gonna be a gateway first build, and he is going to be going up against 9 pool, so very early aggression from both players. And quickly for Ruin, he's scouting in the wrong direction, whereas Gigmo will be scouting in the right direction. And if you notice the direction of the Overlord from Gigmo, it is sent in a kind of like not straight line from the top side of the map to the bottom left side of the map. It's kind of like sent in a kind of a slanted line, and then this is I believe this is one of the ways that the Zerg player tries to prevent the Protoss player from scouting the 3 o'clock position, because as a Protoss player, when I play against Zerg on this map, I always go and scout the 3 o'clock position and pick up the Overlord as it's under movement. But by sending your Overlord kind of in a slanted line, you don't meet the probe and you can still get to your opponent's base relatively quickly. But if you're going to have a cross scout from the Ruin, and immediately I think it's going to meet Gigmo, but Gigmo doesn't send his Overlord to change the direction. I mean, he should have seen that it's cross scout. Maybe he wasn't sure that. Oh my god, hold that thought, because this Zergling is gonna get attacked. No, very good reaction, because when you play Protoss with Zerg, especially on this map, if your opponent is going for 9 pool, immediately when your probe gets to the base, then the 6 Zerglings are gonna be coming out, and sometimes they just wait for you on the high ground. And if you don't pay attention and you don't react quick enough, you might get killed. And look at this, guys. So it looks like Rune spots that Gigmo doesn't take any more gas, and he knows that Gigmo has already gotten his Zergling speed, and now Rune is gonna be kind of on a defensive a little bit, and these two probes are kind of stuck outside. They need to go inside. It's a very good drill over there. So you see that micro is going to be important here. The third Zealot is going to be coming in, and Rune is going to be planting out his cannons. But that gateway is getting dangerous, and that Zealot is getting stuck. No, it doesn't. Now we have 3 Zealot. 1 Zealot is not yet attacking anywhere, and 1 probe dies. But a lot of the Zerglings are coming out, and Zergling speed is done. So we got to be very careful. And I think 1 more probe should be needed here. But Rune is not reacting with his probe on the right side of the map. He's checking for the 3rd expansion of the Zerg, but looks like he doesn't find anything. It's going to be suspecting some kind of cheese. His photo cannon is almost done, but he needs to kind of save his gateway. And yeah, now finally Rune finally secures his base, and that Overlord gets hit just a little bit. But that probe from Rune is gonna come back in. It's gonna be looking forward to do a kind of a scout. But the Zergling from Gigmo comes back in as well, and it kills his probe, and that's a lot of Zergling. So Rune is not able to find out what is his opponent up to. He didn't see any kind of hatchery. He didn't see any kind of tag so far, but he sees that Gigmo didn't go for any gas. And it looks like it's going to be 2 Hatch Hydra. 2 Hatch Hydra. This is a crazy build, but it might just work because only now this Ruin tech is expansion, and the Hydras are going to be in his base very quickly. We're going to see if Rune is going to try to apply a little bit of pressure with his 4 Zealots, because that is going to be the saving grace for him. But even if Rune suspects a Hydra, at this point, this is not the right timing to send out his Zealot. I would say that normally you would send in about 30 or 45 seconds when the Hydras are starting to morph. You kind of apply a bit of pressure and also get a little bit of scouting information. And now it looks like Ruin is going to be content to sit inside his base. This might be a quick and short game, guys, because you know, Hydra is going to be bearing down your Protoss base in about maybe 1 minute or 45 seconds. Stargate is going up. We don't see any kind of spinning stuff for Gegmo, which is good. For Ruin, which is good because his forge is going to get destroyed, and he's not going up against Mutas, so he doesn't need weapons 1 upgrade for his Corsairs. He's gonna, you know, he's probably thinking about he needs to defend his base as much as possible, and that Overlord is coming in for Scout, so it's gonna check if there's gonna be any gateway, there's gonna be Corsairs, it's gonna be Cybernetics core spinning or not, and one Zealot is gonna move out in the other direction, critically for Gigmo, because his Overlord moves in, so he's not able to scout this Zealot as it moves out, and that Zealot is going to be well, I guess the first courses to come out very quick, guys, so that course is gonna be able to meet the Hydras anyways. But look, really, so Gegmo is leaving his Hydras behind. He's waiting for critical number before moving out, and now the Hydras meets the Zealot, but the Zealot is moving back. The Zealot should be using his time to fight, or to just kind of buy more time, but it is moving in the wrong direction. It should be moving either up to the 9 o'clock position, or moving towards the Zerg's base, and this Overlord's gonna get killed or not. The Hydras get here, and the Overlord is very close to dying, and the Zealot are trying to help shell the Hydras as well, save the courses as well, and I think it's okay that Rune is holding for just a bit, but 6 Hydras is doing a lot of damage, but 3 cannons are up, 4 cannons are up, and he starts to focus on the cannon, but Gigmo backs up, guys, so quickly for Rune, he saved his second cannon that was built out of Star Sense, is what saved it. This Corsair is trying to hunt for Overlords, but very good reaction from both players. This gateway from Rune is gonna go down, but why is he spinning his forge? And like now, that force is never going to complete. But anyways, yeah, so that force is cancelled. A second pylon is placed by Rune just in case Gegmo decides to go for dive, but the game kind of resets a little bit, and Gegmo goes and take his third base. No, he doesn't take his third base right away. He just contents just to sit around, and Rune is out there counting the number of Hydras. He sees a lot of Hydras. He's gonna be careful, but I think he also sees the lair going up, and now what he needs to confirm is where's the third hatchery, because 2 hatcheries on the Zerg players is probably not good for him to go into the mid game. And we have, what is this, Forge inside of Ruin's base is spinning, as well as Citadel of Adun that is probably researching Zealot lag at this point. So the game is transitioning from a kind of a early Hydra rush into a very nice mid game, guys. On Fighting Spirit, I love it. Okay, so Rune is able to scout to the Zerg's third base. Well, Rune is on top, guys. Rune is, aware of everything, and now he's going to be powering on 4 gateway with Zealot leg as well as Forge research. But he's going to check for the Spire, yeah, because his only problem is going to be when is the Zerg Spire. So he sees the Spire, so his Zealots have a kind of a window of attack to move out with. I think that weapons 1 upgrade won't be in time before the attack. He probably should send his Zealot before weapons 1 upgrade finishes, but he will have lag. So fast Zealot lag is going to be very important, and we're going to see if those Zealots are going to be able to do a little bit of damage to the 12 o'clock position or the 10 o'clock position. Another Corsairs is going out, so 2 Corsairs, so it looks like Rune is going to be massing up his Corsairs in anticipation of the incoming Mutas. The 3rd Corsairs is being made. His Corsairs is checking for things. He sees a 4th hatchery, and he's going to look for the Evolution Chamber. Is that the Evolution Chamber inside? He's discounting the number of unit, and good reaction from Gitmo. He kind of almost lost his Zealot here, and lost his Hydras here, and now Zealot lag is kicking in, so we have 6 Zealots on the move, but Sprice is done, so we're going to see if Gitmo is going to produce Mutas out of his first, batch of eggs, and very good movement. And the 1 Hydras is very damaged in the back, but these 2 Zealots are going in. They are going in, but they are getting stuck behind the drone drill, and all of them died. And Rune kind of did a failed attack there. But anyways, he was able to scout that the first egg from Gegmo is not Mutas but Scourges. This 1 Zealot is going out here, is going to try to attack this drone, and Gegmo is not reacting. He loses 1 drone. So now we have, what is this, 5 courses. 5 courses. Do we have attack upgrade? So attack upgrade is being made right now. So I think Rune has a very good counter to Gigmo's build. But the question is, he shouldn't overbuild courses, because what if his opponent doesn't go for mutas, right? If, oh, very terrible mistake over there by Rune, getting hit by his by the Scourge on his courses, and lurkers are being researched, but we don't see any robo. We don't see any robo, so this is kind of a mind game on mind games, guys. So it looks like Ruined sees the Spire, and then he mind game Gigmo by making a lot of Corsairs. Then Gigmo mind games him back by making just a bit of Scourge, and then goes immediately for Lurker. And so now at least we're gonna have a slight window what is it, window timing of attack, window of attack for Ruin, where he has a bit of armor in superiority, while his opponent Gigmo doesn't have any forces except for one Lurker. Another probe get killed, 2 drones, 3 drones get killed. The Zealots gonna try to go in. Another Overlord is killed, so at least Ruin has a lot of Overlords killed up in his back, and more Overlords are getting killed, guys. I think this is very critical. 3 Overlords are found here in the same location, and all of them died. And where are the Hydras? They're kind of stuck somewhere. Zealots are streaming in because there's no kind of units from his opponent. More Zealots are coming in. They're going to go inside the main base. These 2 Zealots are getting stuck here. But 1 Zealot, 2 Zealots inside the base, and they start to do a bit of damage. The second Zealot need to focus on the drone. And it's a very good drone drill, but not before the Zealot does a lot of damage. Another drone drill. A lot of Corsairs are massacring Overlords. I think there's like 12 Overlord skills already, even though Gigmo has Overlord speed. And now if you look at the supply, Ruin is up by 30 supply against the Zerg, and that really gives him a lot of time to build Robo and also to build Observers, as well as Dragoon range, researching Dragoon range and moving Dragoons forward. And where's his Observer? So Observers are there. He's even careful to build a second cannon, because he's thinking maybe his opponent is gonna go for kind of a drop, especially Lurker drop or something like that. So he's doing that. You see these 2 Hydras are moving out towards the bottom side of the map. Is he going for a drop? Like a Lurker drop sometime? That is something that the Zerg likes to play. He just dropped 2 Lurkers on the right side of the Protoss' expansion, and massacre probes. So if Ruin is careful, he needs to plant a bunch of cannons there. As a Protoss player, I always place cannon on the right side of this expansion, just behind the mineral light. But I think Ruin is confident that his other cannons will be able to help out. And looks like Ruin is getting ready to go for his big push, as well as take his third base. As Protoss players, I always push and take bases at the same time. Maybe that's something that I shouldn't do, but anyways, that's what I do, because taking bases take a lot of time, whereas attacking takes a lot of APM. So by doing the 2 together, you kind of cancel each other out. And we see that Rune is going to take an expansion at the 9 o'clock position as he attacks. And where's the Observer? So the first Observer is also moving out, and 6 High Templar. That is ridiculous amount of High Templar. The first High Templar is casted, the second Storm is casted, very good, and immediately Lurker's dead. And I think that is going to be the end. Very good Storm. These Overlords are going to get massacred again, and Lurkers are morphing, but they immediately meet a lot of Storms and Dragoon, and some units are coming from the back, but it's going to have more Storm. The Zealot needs to kind of go back, but no, anyways, Ruin just moves forward and destroys everything. He's gonna be careful not to lose his Overlord. I'm sorry, not to lose his Observer. Spore is taken out. A bunch of Zealot and Dragoons are remaining, and the High Templars don't have any more energy. Like one has energy, the other one also has energy. He needs to Storm. Very good Storm, and that Lurker is dead, and now it's gonna be Zealot versus Hydra, so that is probably not a good fight for the Hydras. The Dragoon also helping out, and if they can clear out that Spire, it's gonna be great for him. Corsairs is still massacring Overlords everywhere, and Rune is taking a third base behind it. Very immaculate play by him. This one Protoss Archon is going to do a lot of wonders, and a lot of Zealots are getting stuck here. I think the game is nearing over, guys, because Gigmo has 30 supply against Rune's 104 supplies, and Gigmo GG's, and Rune, the young and upcoming Protoss player, wins his first match in this series for his team, and AfreecaTV is up 2-1. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next game. Bye bye.